I tried to stop myself before it.
Every time there's always a singing Sam.
It's such a good song.
It's a bop. I listened to it in the car the other
So
day. It was a good
reflexive.
time. Hello, friends. Welcome to the end of the World Wide Wideathon. I am currently opening up our list of things that we're supposed to talk about in the closing chat because I'm behind. Welcome. Ta-da.
I've got mine
now
open. But while we wait for Jess, if anybody would like to go to the community tab that I just linked at the bottom, you can put suggestions for the after party games. There's Would You Rather and Never Have I Ever.
Absolutely. Also, our pinned comment currently is the feedback form, and it is completely anonymous. So if you want to rip us to shreds, now's your chance, because I won't know who you are. But also, if you'd like to leave comments, questions, or concerns about anything that happened this round,
positive feedback is also useful. It lets us know that what you like that we're doing, so we can keep doing it.
And I did finagle it around a little bit this time, so there is like a section of just general participant. There's a section English for co-hosts and a section for hosts. So if you've ever co-hosted or hosted, there's some specific questions for you in there as well. You know, if you're interested. I'm going to scroll through and look at all of our friends who are here. See? Friends.
Yes.
Sam's here. Look at that. Who knew?
I'm so used to using the Dubba Dubba account that when I was on my account, I was still putting S.
Mm-hmm. And me, I'm the opposite, and I never do it. And that is why I typically try to only use my account, because I don't ever want, not that I think that you and I talk similar in any way, shape, or form. I'm pretty sure they would know who it was. But just in case they don't know who we are, you know.
I only want to get in trouble for things I say.
Say I made it and then go to bed because it's 1 a.m. We appreciate you, Mullen. The feedback form is in the pinned post up top. Heather's got your back.
As did Barrett.
As did Barrett.
Oh, excuse me.
I want coffee. Wallace would say, "Get to bed, babe." And probably also to Mullen specifically, so. Oh, so many friends. All of the friends. Okay, so this is when I ask.
Yes.
The important question of, did anybody hit any major milestones over the weekend? I want to know. I have questions. Richard had fun as a first-time host. We were happy to have you. I got to hang out for a little while after the sprint that I was on was over.
Also, Richard, that is our national anthem. Love Potion.
Oh, yeah, it's true. That is the nation of Sam and Jess. Also, sorry if you hear lots of noises in the background. My entire family's here to celebrate Father's Day. Did I think about it being Father's Day? No, because I have a shit father, so I don't think about these things.
Gotta make a note.
I thought it would be cute.
For next June.
Sam made a note, and that's the important part. Barrett feels like he's stress 8. You know.
Was it good food, though? That's the important part.
Cody's stress eating right now. I can see him.
Look, he gave you.
Love you, Cody.
Congratulations.
Oh, got you done. That's milestone. I'm here for it. Finished draft 1. Excellent. Largest writing day ever on Saturday. Over 12,000 words, which is fan-freaking-tastic. Jenna won the bingo. Major milestone. Loving it. And yes, 50,000. Fantastic. Did not panic or cry with wonky internet. I support this. Ooh, that's something I wanted to click on, but here we are. Finished my scene mapping and wrote multiple short fan fiction pieces. Excellent. Savion had a great time as a first-time host. We had some great first-time hosts this time. Always love that. All the people at the house. Absolutely. Here for it. Yes, this was like listen, I am a very emotional person, and I am okay to admit that I watched this happen live, like the excitement, the announcement. I literally like had tears, and I'm like, why am I crying right now? This is weird, but I was. So I want you to know that you made me cry, and I'm very excited for you. That is fantastic. Why was I crying? I don't know.
Because you're happy for her success, Jess.
Very
Admit
happy. I feel like I'm a weird, like, most people who write, I feel like have like that moment of resentment, and me, I'm just like, oh my god, I'm so happy. I want to hug you, but I can't. I have problems. It's fine. It's all fine.
You're good.
Anyway. So all of the things. Where are we at, Sam? Tell me.
Okay. So one of the firstly, to ask how everybody felt about how the event went this time. Was everybody okay with it? Did you feel that it went well? Specifically, I'm very interested as to how the productivity playlist felt about the higher 100-minute minimum. Or
Because
would
it was
y'all
80 previously.
Yeah, it was 80 and it went up to 100. And it seemed from what I saw and that a lot of the hosts seemed a little bit more stressed about making the 100 minutes. So we're very curious as to if people would want the minimum to go back down to 80. And then, of course, you're still free to do 100, but like then you might not be so stressed. Right. Or is everybody who ran the productivity streams just like, nah, bitch, keep it at 100?
Keep it. I think what my question was in the feedback form is basically just like, do you feel like, and I did it for both productivity and social, do you feel like the requirement is too high or low? And how many minutes would you suggest instead? So like if you feel like it's like way high, if it's way low, what else would you suggest as a host? Because some people liked it, some people did not. Some people felt pressured, and you could see that like the stress on their face.
And we don't want it to like we don't want to add to stress because like again, you can have if somebody really wanted, they could. And we were like joking about this at one of the productivity streams. Backstage, you could just turn your stream on and just have like a 2.5 hour sprint if that's really what you want to do. Our thing is only to have a set minimum requirement.
Right. Julie did 120 minutes of her 150 minutes that she was.
She always got to hit that overachieving goal.
But no one's surprised by that. So that's just typical Julie. It's fine. It's all good. Laura's still loving the 2-track system. We may have to finagle for next round because it's a 48-hour round next time instead of a 36. May have to do some finagling just for like host participation reasons.
Yeah, because that's going to be a lot.
That's a lot of hosts.
That's a lot of hosts we're going to need.
It's a lot. So we may have to do some finagling, but
so if y'all want to keep the 2-track system the way it is for October, get your friends to sign up to host.
Right. Otherwise, we may have to finagle. But that's a problem for another day. It's a problem for future Jess.
For October Jess and Sam, not June Jess and Sam.
Probably August Jess and Sam, but still.
It's still not June Jess and Sam.
It's still not June Jess and Sam. You're not wrong. I do like the 2-track system. I would never like.
Oh yeah, not completely. It's not that we would consider doing away with it, just that we would like one of them, probably the social one, would have to be shorter than the productivity one, unless we can get enough hosts. If we can get enough hosts to cover both of them, then problem solved.
Have fewer of them, make them longer. There's a lot of options. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I just wanted to make a note that it will be 48 minutes next round because it's October, and
Mhm.
October is a big event. So we do have 48 hours in October. We'll start on a Friday evening instead of a Saturday morning. So
Oh, US
this will
Friday
be,
evening.
I think this is the first one since we switched to 2 tracks. This will be the first October
Yes.
since we switched to 2 tracks. So
Yeah, we started that in March.
because last year was a clusterfuck of
We
chaos.
don't talk about 2021 October. Just we don't.
We don't
It
talk
was.
about that one.
It happened.
It's like
we
Fight
don't
Club.
talk
We don't
about that
talk
one.
about it. Let's see. Anything else?
Barrett is already volunteering to host a 3-hour social.
I feel like that's okay. Like I can live with that. And we'll like I said, we'll look at it in the future. Does anybody have any comments, questions, or concerns? Which is my favorite thing to say. I think I have it right here. Look at that. Questions, comments, concerns, kitty cats. Do you have any? Let me know. These ones are public. It's not anonymous like
How do you
in the
continue
feedback form because you're live on the internet, friends. I will, while we're waiting for any comments, questions, or concerns to come in, I will say that we do still have linked down below both fundraisers from the event, both Julie's live stream, which is Stream Productivity 2. You can still donate to that, as well as the fundraiser on Instagram, which is the International Rascal Committee. That is definitely not it.
No,
International Rescue Committee, benefiting the refugees from Ukraine, if I can get all of those words out. And technically, the one for NaNoWriMo that is on Julie's is always up. Like, you can donate to it whenever, it's always up. But the one for Instagram will be up for the remainder of the month. I think it has like a 30-day lifespan. So that is still up as well.
It has 16 days left, and we are at 40 of our $100 goal.
Let's see. And currently, the Nano fundraiser is at $720, so $109 on that one so far, because it does say $720, but Kate opened that fundraiser like 3 or 4 years ago, so we just continue using the same fundraiser over. But I did note down that we started this session at 611, and it's currently at 720. So, because someone asked.
Well, for IRC, 40. For NaNoWriMo, I think she's checking. Yes, Beagles are fine.
NaNoWriMo 109. So that is also fair. We do need to pay closer attention to people double booking and all of those fun things that just didn't happen this time. But that's also a problem for future me.
Normally we do. Normally we are very on top of it, but we both had things going on.
But today is not the day of all the days. Sam, anything that I'm forgetting, please help me.
No, we're just waiting on questions right now. I think we got to thank everybody for participating and for hosting and co-hosting.
Because as I say, literally could not do it without you. Because while Sam would be okay with hosting for 36 hours by herself with multiple friends.
I was gonna say, I'd have like a couple friends come in and out.
Friends rolling in and out for 36 hours. While Sam could do that, just cannot. So
you could be one of the ones that like comes and goes.
I would just roll in for a minute and then leave again. So
I'd just be like, "Hey guys, we're doing a 45-minute sprint, so I can take a nap."
Right. 45-minute nap sprint and go. I mean, Jessica even has, look, let me find her. Where's she at? I'm taking a nap. Nap time. I mean, I'm prepared.
Yeah,
I can nap. You don't even have to watch me. I
prepared.
just put my bat up and I'm napping. Now you know. I can do it. Yes to the first ask and feel bad for everyone who asks after. You know, I feel that.
Yeah, I will say, like, before I went to work the convention, I was very on top of letting people know if they accidentally double booked or went over the thing. But then after I came back from the convention, I just sort of semi-died and just made sure people met deadlines.
And you know, that's all we can ask. And I still appreciate that Richard thinks that we were very organized and professional, because I think at some parts we were falling apart. But, you know, it's fine.
I was never falling apart. I just ignored a couple things.
Also, yes, you are our guinea pig of the first 100 and the first one to go for the weekend. So I think you did fantastic getting all of the minutes in. But again, if you or anyone else feels like the minutes are off, we will accept.
We have a requirement for whoever goes first in the productivity sprint.
We have a requirement? Like, she was the first one this round where we had to have 100 because she was the first productivity sprint. It's like she was the first one that had to deal with.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I was reading that like we now require somebody to have 100 subscribers to be first productivity sprint, and I was like, Jess, I don't remember discussing that.
I require that you have friends in order to host the first one. You know, no. There's only one requirement for having friends, and that is to be the.
You don't even have to have friends. We'll find you.
They don't even have to like you, really. You just got to have 10,000 subscribers in order to host a fundraiser. That's a YouTube rule. So
it's not even our rule.
It's not even our rule. And if, you know, next time we don't have any friends that have more than 10,000 friends, we'll just have only Instagram fundraisers, because Instagram doesn't care. It'll let you raise money for whatever with all of your lowly friend counts. So
must be a cult leader to host.
Well, I guess I'm hosting them.
But I have a wiki.
That's true.
I have a tributary.
I think you might also be a cult leader.
I prefer Ancient Immortal of Mysterious and Unknown Origins. Thank you.
I think you might also be a cult leader. I don't know.
I will neither confirm nor deny.
Julie says we're stuck with her. She's not going anywhere. Listen, you might sell so many books and become so popular that you can't hang with us anymore. And then what are we gonna do?
Have to work our asses off to get to 10,000.
You know, I've been here for 6 years. I'm pretty sure if the algorithm was gonna throw me into the stratosphere, it would have done it by now. Just
get the dubba to 10,000, and we can host our own fundraiser.
Okay, fair enough. Let's do that. Everybody tell your friends to follow the World Wide Wideathon channel on the YouTube so we can get to 10,000 subscribers. We only have like 520 right now. Just boost us into the stratosphere.
I've been very lazy about demanding people subscribe since we got the community tab. I was like, goal achieved.
I actually believe, please like and subscribe to our channel to stay up to date with our community posts and future endeavors.
Yeah.
Because we have future endeavors. We have plans for the future.
Oh, yeah, we have a lot of
plans. You're not here. How will you know?
Oh, I would like to give a shout out to our new promo team. They are tiny, but they worked their asses off to produce Fox-approved bingo cards and a vlog compilation, which, if you haven't seen the vlog compilation yet, you should go watch the vlog compilation that we posted on Friday. And
it is live on our channel.
Theoretically, we will have another one. So, also, if anybody would like to join the promo team, I want to grow it 1 or 2 people at a time. So, let me know.
We're also always open to new monitors for live
Yes.
chat monitors.
We have the monitor
That
application down below.
it's always live. I keep it open on the link tree. So I didn't vlog this time. I started one and then like hour or two, I was like, I don't care.
Just be warned, if you join the promo team, you do have to deal with me in a larger capacity than people do as a host.
And deal with me very little because I ignore it all.
You're not allowed.
I'm not allowed to ignore it. I'm not allowed to participate.
You're not allowed to participate.
Fair enough.
I can say mean things nicely. You do not.
It's true.
Which isn't to say that
I just initially anger type into the keyboard, and then before I hit enter, I delete it, and then I take a drink, and I take a breath, and I will take a walk, and then I come back, and I type in the polite answer.
Meanwhile, I just type in the polite answer half awake, and then have to edit my typos. It's fine. That's okay. This is the third event I've vlogged, kind of, and we will see if any of it gets used anywhere or if it just sits forever.
I am the worst vlogger on the planet, and so I completely feel that.
Speaking of vlogs, though, for everybody who did vlog the weekend and who would like their vlog added to the playlist, please either DM it to me or Jess or post it in the World Wide Wideathon server so that we can find it.
And add it to the playlist, because we will do that.
Because I'm not hunting them down.
Typically, if I see one from someone that I follow, I just go ahead and add it, but
that's not hunting it down.
My subscriptions are private, so you don't know if I'm subscribed to you or not. So if I'm not,
that sounds so ominous.
Forever.
You don't
That's
know
the way I live my life. Tomorrow or Tuesday.
Caesar, I have to, like, when I'm half awake, I'm much nicer than when I'm fully awake because judging Sam hasn't been turned on yet.
Yeah, I'm much more blunt and not as polite when I'm awake. You and I have that in common. Sam does not. Sam can be pushy, but she's politely pushy. I'm just pushy.
That's because as a Virgo, I had to learn to be politely pushy or people just stopped being my friend because they could not handle my criticism.
That's a fair exception.
So it is a skill I developed.
Do we have any other comments, questions, or concerns before we run away for a party to begin? Sam will be running the party. I will be running away because my eyeballs hurt and I can't read the screen currently. So I've been clicking on posts or on comments so that they come up bigger so that I can actually see what they say.
It'll be right here. I'm just going to put up a thing for 5 minutes, and then after 5 minutes, we'll be right back. So, like, go get a drink, snack, bathroom break, whatever you need. Excuse me.
Yeah. A little 5-minute intermission, and then we'll be back to party. And I'll be in the chat maybe, but
I can have music.
Depends on if I can see or not.
Don't mind me trying to find music.
Bye, Julie. Have fun. Oh, yeah, we can play some tunes.
Everybody just has to sit here while I find the one I want to use. We just need Love Potion. That would make me happy. We'll use this one.
I don't think they let you update up a bit.
You're right, there's no add button. Now I'm sad.
I just love that I didn't even get half of a sentence out and you knew exactly what I was saying.
We've worked together for too long.
Tis been far too long.
Alright, now go run away so I can put the thingy up.
Okay, bye.
See everybody in 5 minutes.
Oh.
I was vibing that music for a party. Like,
Very chill party music, actually.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Like a spa party. Hi, Stephanie.
Hey, hi.
I can't yell at Jess for calling me out for eating while I was backstage. Thinking no
Oh,
one
I
can
was-
see me. It was just like a great time. Like, oh man, I'm gonna have some popcorn.
Yeah, no.
Just calling me out. Rude.
Rude.
What are you doing? Oh, a lot of stuff.
It was very spa-like, I thought. Like a spa or
It
something.
was.
Small child.
Em, you're still muted.
Yes.
And you didn't hear my joke that I'm a hard soul, and that was corroding away at my soul.
I'm also. It was like, I'm not gonna lie. I was both vibing, but also like, can I turn this off? But I can't. It's like 5 minutes, and I will not know when to tune back in. So I'll be distracted by something.
I muted my computer and had a timer.
I thought about doing that, but I was like, it's like 2 minutes in. No.
We're not going to bark, buddy.
I'm
know,
glad
I'm
that
good.
everybody else enjoyed it, though. I lost my drink, which was a 2-liter. How did I
How?
Oh, there it is.
Ow. Okay.
I have skills beyond your wild imaginations.
You know what? Actually, no. I've lost large drinks. I get it. Actually.
Oh, now that I say that, Cody's like, you know what? It's not impressive you lost a 2-liter.
I'm also stating I can also lose a 2-liter.
The competitive soul in this one, I swear. So hello, welcome everybody. Do you guys want to just go around, introduce yourselves? You can do just names or the whole spiel. It's up to you.
I'm Barrett.
I was
Hi.
at like 6 or 7 streams this weekend, so you saw me. You saw me. If you didn't, it's a mystery.
It's just a mystery. It's fun.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm
Barry.
Barrett. If you know, you know. Take it away, Cody.
Oh. Hi, hello, I'm Cody. I'm doing rebranding stuff. Don't worry about it.
I'm Shannon. I write under pen name SC Houston with the same YouTube channel name.
I'm Morgan Lee. Hello.
I'm Stephanie. I have a channel by the same name. I write books. You can find them if you really want to read them. I'm horrible at introductions. Sorry, everybody. And I'm also very tired, so there's that too.
Me too.
Me too.
We made it, though. I'm Nia, the Vixen of Fiction. You can find me here on YouTube, Instagram, sometimes on Twitch. I host AuthorTubers React, a writer's wrap-up at the end of the month, and something else. Oh, yeah, scripting the book, which I love. So much fun.
I mean, if you
Or
want to hear, I did Sam's outro on
Yeah.
stream.
You did good. I was like, wow.
I listen to it at least every other week.
I train my regulars well.
I even did the hand thing.
To be fair, you and CB have both professed that it is very difficult for you not to do the hand thing.
I cannot do it, but I like doing it. It's just like, yeah, well, she's doing it. Screw this. But if you also notice, I do it like down here, so like no one can see it. I'll make it
And it's like, I'm doing it all the time. You just don't know.
Yeah.
So,
Hello.
so in case whoever may be new to me or how I do things or just how things are done, I have chronic migraines. I have a new one that started 1 or 2 days ago. I don't remember. See, I have brain fog. That's part of the issue. So if I seem very unfocused or anything, I'm not ignoring people. My brain just turned off. And I'll come back in like 10 seconds. It's fine.
It's like a hard reset.
it's a hard reboot.
He's rebooting.
Her RAM's too high. I heard the computer just wants to shut down.
If you just turn yourself off and then back on again, you'll run just fine.
Yeah.
Gotta close a few tabs. Tabs open.
I haven't gone to bed yet. I'm not going to now.
It's too late.
It's too late.
After this, we might not see Sam for a few days.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. I only need 6 hours to.
We'll have to see Sam tomorrow because we have a stream tomorrow.
Oh,
I'll
that's
just let
right.
you and Savion do it. I'll come on. I'll be like, it's Cody and Savion today. Cody, do my intro and then pop out.
Listen, here's the thing. We would probably do it well.
True.
Not that I want to test that theory, but we'd probably do it.
Jess is also not feeling well.
No, because 1, Jess also has a migraine. 2, I have migraine symptoms 23 plus days a month. If I let that stop me, I would do nothing ever.
Also, that means you're official, right? I'm not official. I'm like, what? You mean 2 migraines a month is not official? Like, no, you must have more torture.
I also take a monthly shot. So don't worry, I'm covered. I know how my chronic illness that I've had since I was 16 works. Fear not. All right, we're gonna start off with Would You Rather, because that's the tab that I have open. I will give everybody a chance to on stream to answer while chat is typing up their answers. All right, so the first one we've got here, which everybody, you can go add to the ones on the community tab. You can put them in chat. I don't promise I'll see them if you put it in chat, though. So, all right. So the first, would you rather? Would you rather have lots of story ideas at any given moment or only one at a time?
One at a time.
One at a time. My brain can't handle more than one at a time.
I live with a lot of ideas at one time, so I'm okay with that.
I know, right?
I would say the same thing.
Yeah, I already have lots of ideas at one time. Maybe I would do it for like a month just to see what it's like to only have one idea at a time.
Right?
It'd be interesting just to see how it is. Like, is it better? But I always have multiple, so
Yeah.
like I've got more going in my brain right now. It's fine. It's fine.
I don't have 17. I don't have 17 Milo boards for nothing.
Yep.
Do a poll about what?
Oh,
I think the
probably
would you rather.
would you rather like
That way, would you rather do X or Z, and then
in a
people
poll.
can just boops.
Ah, I like this idea.
It's not a bad idea.
And you can still answer
Yeah,
in
you
the
can-
chat and do the
Yeah.
poll too. So
Yes.
Oh, Jess is on the poll thing. Sweet.
woohoo.
So
No,
the answer is wait, you can have one idea at a time.
You still have more ideas. I only work on one at a time, though. Like, I'll only focus on one at a time, is what I should have said.
Yeah.
Well, like people or authors who write series, they know what the, I mean, most of the time they know that it's going to be a series.
Mm-hmm.
And I work 3 series ahead in my head. So
Yeah, so do I. I work to the end and be like, oh, I know what I want to have happen. So
See, that's a good technical part of it. It's like, is that one idea at a time, one book at a time? Would you
But a
not be
series is
able to
one
have?
big giant series, so I think that still counts as one thing at a time.
yeah, no, it's multiple.
yeah, mine's
But
multiple.
Yeah, and that's why I haven't finished anything yet.
Maybe you can have one idea at a time.
It goes back to what Barrett
See-
said, where I have lots of ideas, but I'm only working on one at a time. So like manually working on one, but I have tons in my head.
See, I would
Yeah.
also rather have lots of story ideas because, like, when I finish one and I have to send it off to critique partners, I'm terrible at waiting on people.
Yeah.
I don't know why I help run an event where I have to wait on lots of people. But here we are.
This is where we're at.
Work on lots. I consider a series one idea. Even okay. See, so do I. But I like asking.
Yeah, I consider a series one idea.
But I also guess having one story idea of a time that would be good so that you can get them done more efficiently. See, there's the other question. It's like when do you get access to your next idea?
Yeah.
What is my buffer time?
But the idea of working in a series, are you talking about working in a series from one point of view? Because like all my series so far have different points of view. They all are different stories that just tie together.
In the world.
I'm terrible at hosting Would You Rather because I'm always like, let's get into the
nitty-gritty.
Yeah, I think some like with one of mine, it's one idea, but there's like one series, two series, and then three. Like there's one from the way past, then there's one that's present, and then there's a love story romance. So I have like 3 different stories for this one world that I've created that rolls around in my head, but the other stories are there. And if I have a new idea for something, I have to write it down.
Mm-hmm.
Even if, no matter what I'm doing, even if I just write down like a blurb, because oh man, if I don't, it will make me crazy. Because like, what was that story? Like if I'm driving and I can't write it down, which people are like, you got to do the dictation. So I've got to get on that because I get really upset when I forget one.
I can't do dictations. I don't know why. I've tried. I cannot do it.
I can't either. It's so hard. Really? Like all of a sudden, I'm like, what are words?
Yeah, like I could do speech to text all day. If I'm texting someone, paragraphs upon paragraphs. Yeah. Dictation about an idea in my head, nothing.
Same.
What about writing? If you already have the outline, could you do it then? Like if you had, you know what I mean? If you had something to
like
work
what
on.
qualifies as done? See, because like Zara said, you get like the next one as soon as you're done with the first one. But what qualifies as done? My outline, my draft, published.
Oh, I see.
Because like if I have to wait for published,
what if I have an idea that I don't like? Yeah. Then what do I do? Because it doesn't guarantee I'm gonna like that idea.
This is true.
Because then if you send it off to your editor, you have to wait for the editor to get back to you. So for a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, you're just sitting there just.
You might as well just work on your next idea while
you got an optimistic timeline there for the editor getting back to you, Cody.
You can tell I never worked with an editor.
I would consider done when you have handed it off to someone and you can't get hands-on for any significant amount of time. Then it's done, at least done for now. So you can move to something else if you're a one project at a time person. Like once you can't have your hands on it, then it's like, okay, something else. Give me something new.
I talked to an author because like she pumps out like a significant amount of books in a short time, and I'm like, how many ideas do you have at once? She says none.
So far, the poll is at 50-50. Wow. But I think I've only seen, for the most part, people voting for the multiple story ideas. So I'm trying to see in chat if anybody has said why they would want one.
We got 3 people not voting. They're out there. 3 lurkers not voting.
I voted.
Don't call out the lurkers like that.
Barrett's gonna come into your closet. He's coming for you.
Yeah, Barrett's on the way, guys.
I can't officially approve this hunting down of lurkers.
But for the poll,
and I disapprove either.
Yeah.
All right, the poll can close whenever you want to close the poll, Jess. I'm leaving you to have poll power. Even though you said you can't read well right now.
I think she's like laying down and like on her phone or something like that. So she doesn't have to sit up and be.
I was more calling her out because to do the poll you have to read and type.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
55% for multiple story ideas.
Oh, you blew up the screen. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Nailed it. Good eye, Shannon.
Also, I wouldn't even know what that would be like only working on one idea, only having one idea at a time.
Yeah. All right, so the next one is, would you rather do a cross-country book tour or blog tour?
blog.
Just
Because
cross
I'm an
country.
introvert. I don't want to go out the door if I don't have to.
And I was like, glad to see people because if it's like across the door by myself, awesome. Can't wait. Sign me up. I'll sign up alone all day.
I'll go cross country. As long as someone's paying my food, I'll be good.
Yeah, I was a part of me that's like cross country does sound like fun.
Yeah, I like the part of travel and then the seeing part of other people. I'm like, can I do both? Can I go to the place and then
So for this hypothetical situation, we will say that you get paid for both the cross country and the blog in equal amount.
Okay.
Which is highly unrealistic, but it's fine.
I would just do cross country because I just want to see places. I don't want to see people. I'd see some
Yeah,
people.
I just want to see
Yeah.
the places.
But like I just
I
want
wanna
to like see places.
As someone who
wanna
has
be
done detailed
where the
planning
people
of
are.
like traveling across the country, like half the country, if somebody else is in charge of the plans and where I had to go and where I stay, I'd be totally up for cross country because I'm kind of over it.
I've done the cross country where someone else plans everything from actually where I live in Michigan to California. So
Here's something else to keep in mind. If you do the cross country, right, that's one time done and deal, unless you're vlogging it or something. With a blog tour, now your stuff is out on the internet for a while, a long time. Yet people can stumble across it in the future.
See, but here's the thing. My strength is face to face. So I got to do cross country because that's going to be better for me. Also, I want to be where the people are. I want to sell them my books.
Fair.
But I'm also an outgoing extrovert, so there is that.
Yeah, I'm not extrovert at all.
Plus, also, you could bring someone with you, too.
Well, and that's what I was going to ask. What about a body double or like a bubble suit? Because now that I know
A bubble suit.
A body double.
Yeah. Well,
and I'm
that's
like,
what I was thinking. If I could sit behind the cardboard and just have my hands out and I just
yeah. Come here,
See,
little
me and
kid.
Sam could go together. There we go.
I need one of those virtual avatars of myself.
There you go.
To be.
Yeah.
I'm at home. Yeah, my hologram is greeting everyone.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
the poll isn't accurate. It's good to know.
Oh.
I'll bring my dog. Could you?
Oh yeah, you would have to.
Yeah, I'd have to too.
Avatar
get a
me
dog.
signing. I don't know that sending a body double or an avatar cross country is in the options, but I'll allow it.
I think if you choose the wrong one in the poll, you can go choose the other one. It'll change the count around. I've seen that happen before.
Really?
What? I don't know. Hold on.
No, it does.
No.
Wow.
The poll might be skewed.
Maybe not.
Don't let me. It said you locked in. Good luck.
Maybe it's just different. I saw a different one. Maybe. Yeah. Okay.
Possible.
Yeah.
No.
So you're locked
on
in,
the community
so
tab.
Okay.
You're stuck with it.
On the community tab, it lets you move your vote around.
Oh, maybe that's what I was thinking of.
Oh, okay.
Charger, would you like to behave a little, please?
I'm counting on my dog to sell books. Like, I don't know what you all are talking about. I'm just going to roll her out.
Barrett's going to go cross country, but the dog is going to be...
16 up.
You
There's an author.
should just put Riley on the cover of all your books, and then you'll definitely sell them.
You can train Riley to use the pet safe ink. And just
Yes.
do the autographs.
You know, it's so funny. With my newsletter list, there were some people who weren't responding, so I sent out an email to those people, and I put a picture of a dog in it, and I was like, "Is this goodbye?" And someone wrote me back, "Well, if you keep giving me pictures of dogs, I won't say goodbye."
Well, they're like,
Look at that,
we
Shannon,
can
you had
negotiate.
I was going through Amazon like Kindle library with my daughter to get more books for her because she reads like 5 books a day, I swear. So I was going through and she's picking a bunch of them. And I said, "What do you like about this cover?" She's like, "It has a cat on it. Has a cat on it." I'm like, "You don't even know what it's about. It's okay. I just like cats, so I'm gonna read it." So she definitely put your dog on your cover.
All right, Loki.
I like
Loki,
it.
Get photo ready, Loki, because I need some help here.
Oh, you turned it into a scavenger
You're
hunt?
about to get your modeling career up an inch.
Just turn for the newsletter. Just turn into scavenger hunt. Can you find the dog in this newsletter?
Yeah.
Just have like little pictures hidden everywhere.
Oh, that's actually a cute idea. I would
That
do that.
requires a lot more skill than I possess and more time than Fox has.
I mean,
I would do it, Cody, if you get yourself a pet. I would do it.
Oh, I have 5 huskies and a cat.
Oh yeah,
He's learning to.
It's like, how many huskies can you find?
Yeah.
Like, I only found 3. Where are the rest of them?
Don't worry, I have 5 dogs.
Like, how many am I
Let me take
supposed
photos.
to be looking for? I need to know.
Yeah. They will gladly pose. They're very attention sharp some days.
His pets are superior to people. I would totally bring mine. That's fair.
Always.
All right. Are we ready for the next one?
See.
Yes.
Yes.
Bring it.
I'm waiting for Jess to end the poll. Jess. Thank you. Would you rather read your writings to an audience of 10 people who love you or to 10,000 people you don't know? 10,000 people I don't know, because those 10 people probably already read it.
Yeah, 10,000 people I don't know.
10,000, definitely.
10,000.
Yeah. Just give me
10,000, especially if that might earn out my contract. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I was like, okay, is this the business side of me or the personal side of me? Business side, 10,000 people makes more sense.
Yeah.
That's ticket sales. You can ticket sales, potential book sales.
yeah.
Yep.
People you might not see in your day-to-day life ever again, and that'd be okay.
Right. I will embarrass myself in front of strangers. It's fine.
Same.
Walks
Never
in front
seen
of the 10,000.
I
Reads
did have
stuff.
a piece that was traditionally published, and I went and read it in front of 2,000 people. I was trembling the whole time, but I did that.
I misread this at first and thought Jess said, I don't want people to know I read. I'm like, you run a booktube. It's too late. But I get you now. I understand.
Zara, to answer your question, I do not take care of them. They're not my dogs.
Also, to get over the trembling part when you speak in front of people, I wonder if you could record it and then just like.
Well, I did. I recorded myself and played it back to myself, and I pretty much had that. What I read, I had it memorized by the time I got there.
I think
I would just hit play.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you pre-record yourself and then lip
They
read
didn't pay
it.
for me to go there for me to play a recorder. They wouldn't
like
be
Britney Spears it. Like
Yeah. Keep the mic over your mouth.
Yeah, and just look like you're reading it, and then if you fuck up, no one will know.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I'm sure somebody who's paying far too much attention to your mouth would know, but you know what?
And we're making a
There's other things going on there.
We'll make a scathing blog post about it 3 weeks later.
She wasn't really
Just
reading
be like,
it.
I had tonsillitis. I could not read
Conspiracy theory. Shannon doesn't read her own work. Does she hate her fans?
Bitch, that's my voice.
I heard she can't even read.
Yeah, sources on the inside.
Okay, but here's the thing. People who know and love you, even if their feedback is honest, doesn't mean it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like that's why it's important to get betas and stuff outside of your friend group, because like people who know you and who are like used to you can understand things that other people aren't going to understand. So they're not even going to like think to tell you, oh, hey, this doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And so like that's why you got to get the strangers, and most strangers don't care about your feelings.
That's true. Especially on the internet. So look for them on the internet.
I'm gonna miss a couple of these because Loki is doing the desperation look from the door, which means he needs to. So I'm going to go take care of him real quick. So I might miss a couple of the questions.
All right.
We'll see you soon.
See you soon. Got through honorable. As long as the 10,000 people that read my book got through. No, you're reading it to them.
You were taking your book and reading in front of 10,000 people.
Don't think they can pirate you.
I mean, they could record it and then post it as an audiobook somewhere, but it'd be really bad quality.
Well, you could read it out loud, and like if one of your characters is snarky, you could take on a snarky tone. The other one is a serious person. You change your voices. as you're reading your book out loud, or how you imagine your characters to sound, you know, because they're not all going to sound exactly the same.
I take these questions like I'm going or too seriously, like I'm going to be
Same.
held to my answer. Haha. Yeah, look, if you like tomorrow you decide, you know what, I just want to read to 10 people who love me because I'm having a bad day. Change your answer. What are we gonna do? Stand
I'm
in
gonna
front of you and be like,
pop up.
excuse you.
There will be the fruit section of the Piggly Wiggly. I'll be like, no, you said 10,000.
10,000 strangers.
Well, here's the funny thing. Like,
Vaccines.
I let someone at my church know that my first book was done and published. You could get it on Amazon. They're like, oh, great, I'm gonna order it. I'm like, and I full on panicked for like 3 days. Like, wait, you're gonna read it? People I know are gonna read it? No, for some reason in my brain, me publishing a book and putting it out there for the world to see, it never crossed my little brain that people I knew would actually read it.
I felt that way about my first YouTube video.
Same.
Really?
See, my philosophy is if you're gonna see it, either I've hidden it so well that if you're gonna see, you're looking for it, or I've shown you it on purpose.
I mean, one of my students found my YouTube channel, and that was embarrassing. He was like, "Hey."
My book. When I first self-published a book, I didn't even think to tell my parents or anybody, and they found out about it through some family on Facebook. And my mother called me. She was so upset with me. And she for like a half hour, she's like, "Why wouldn't you think we would want to know?" And I'm like, I just didn't cross my mind. And then my parents read my book, and I was like, "Well, what do you think of it?" And my mother's like, "Well, now I want a lot of suckers." And I'm like, "That's fair." One of the characters was like constantly eating lollipops.
But it's funny, like I'm totally I'm not very comfortable making my own videos about what I'm doing, like my reading and my writing and all that stuff. But if you look at my other channel about us traveling around, I'm totally okay whipping my camera out and videotaping everything and narrating everything. But when it comes to me and my personal stuff, it's more harder to do.
Well, writing is very personal.
That's fair, though.
It's your heart.
I mean, Barrett's seen some of those videos on the other channel. It was just getting too difficult and time consuming to do videos on both. So I stuck with the YouTube channel that had more viewers and subscribers, which is this one.
What Shannon was saying is so true. The writing, though, is like your heart. You know what I'm saying? That's so personal to you. I can totally get that. Because that one, if you get some ugliness back, well, I would hope, I guess. But the family channel, I feel like you have to be a little, when you put your family out there, you have to steel yourself to like there might be a jerk or a troll. So I feel like you're more, I don't know, it's a different vibe. You know what I'm saying?
No, it is.
Yeah, like recording yourself and your life and stuff is like, it's more vulnerable because it's you, it's your life and everything. And writing for some people is very similar. For a lot of people, there's a disconnect there because it's not you, it's your writing.
Yeah, right.
So I think about being naked on camera.
Oh, who did that? Why? Are we?
No, like writing is like being naked on camera.
Oh.
We're stripping. I didn't sign up.
Barrett's like, whoa.
Did I run you out?
It's like, I think I'm on the wrong channel, guys.
Before we go on we're about to go on to the next one, but I just I see a lot of people who don't want their family to read their sexy scenes or their romance scenes and stuff. And I find myself in I don't know that it's a weird position or just a weird perspective, but I grew up with my grandmother reading Harlequins. I'm like, I am not going to write anything she has not already read. Yeah. So I don't know. It just doesn't bother me.
I don't know. I also have the thing where it's it doesn't bother me because especially the sex scenes, I'm here. They had to do the deed to get me here. So I mean,
lies, Cody. You were grown in the lab.
That explains so much, actually.
All right. Would you rather have a written prompt, a picture for a prompt, or ambient environment noise for a prompt?
Picture. Easy.
Picture.
Written prompts.
Actually, maybe change my answer. Give me a second.
Can I have a musical prompt?
Ambient noise, I think.
I hate
Okay.
ambient noise. So, well, hold on, ambient environment noise. So like the outside, I can gel with the outside. Any other noise?
I was thinking outside, not like I don't know.
Yeah.
Like an airport terminal.
Yeah, no, not like any like ASMR or like repeated
Yeah, 'cause
sounds. I can't do that.
yeah, I'm one of those people that like when most ASMRs turn on, instead of calming me, it just
Yeah,
makes me
it
want to be
enrages me.
violent.
Like I can't. No. Mm-mm.
More like
I already have temper
Nope.
problems.
Don't
Why
do
would
it.
we add to it? I'll
Like-
pick the written
Snap.
prompt because I really like using those.
I think I'll also use a written prompt just because my brain comes up with picture prompts anyway, and is like,
I have
Who are these
aphantasia,
characters?
so that almost like
"Be-"
does not help me.
Fun fact: I'm gonna text you a thing about that.
What is that, Sam? I don't know what that is.
Aphantasia. Okay, so you know how when people say "picture this" and they expect you to picture an image in your mind?
Okay. Yes.
I was 27 when I learned that people can actually do that.
Mm-hmm.
My mind, it's pure black. There's nothing in there. The only time I have any like imagery or anything like that is if music is playing and I can create a music video in my head. Without music, it's just there's nothing there. It's just darkness.
I think
Well,
Sarah
basically,
has
what I was
that.
gonna say is, I had anxiety that I had aphantasia until I remembered. My brain just literally just pops an idea in there. It's like, who are these people? I'm like, okay, these are these people. But
And for
It's like,
anybody
this
who's
is what anxiety is like.
anybody who's like, well, how can you write with aphantasia? I still know what things look like. Like if you ask me what an
Yeah.
apple looks like, I'd still tell you they're round and they taste crispy. So that was like because my dad apparently pictures things so clearly. He's like, how do you read? And I'm like, with my eyeballs, father.
Like,
I
just
read
have-
the words. And he's like, how do you write? I still know what things are. He was
It's-
just
So you don't see
could
the
not.
movie in your head. It's not like the movie's playing in your head when you read a book.
Yeah, it's just I understand the concepts of what's going on.
yeah.
Interesting.
I
And-
can't
Okay,
tell
so
if
do you-
I can see pictures or I'm just understanding words. I really can't tell, honestly.
I mean,
I
a
don't
good
know.
way to think about it is, can you
There's
picture
also different levels
apple?
of
Yeah,
it.
I have
Like
like a
if somebody
low.
says round red apple, do you like actually get an image of a round red apple in your head, or do you just know what a round red apple looks like?
I think I just know what an apple looks like.
You
And
may
I-
also have aphantasia. It's worth looking into. I found out about it because I was watching a YouTuber who's an artist who talked
Yep.
about the fact that they like need lots and lots of reference pictures because they have aphantasia. And I was like, is this why I can draw nothing from memory?
Yeah,
It's just-
I can't draw anything like from my head. No.
Like it's just
I
it's
can't.
not gonna work. So
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
well,
'cause-
Morgan Lee may have had a discovery.
I have discovered I have
Diagnosis not
aphantasia.
Welcome
Yeah,
to
'cause it's just
WebMD.
You want to know what
Every-
anxiety is like? It's waking up, it's being awake at 3 a.m. thinking, do I have aphantasia? Googling it
Yep.
furiously, and then be like, maybe I do. And then forgetting that you read a book 2 hours earlier where you could picture everything in your
Is there
head.
something that's like on the extreme other end? Because I get
Yeah.
lots of images.
Aphantasia.
Hyper, what is it?
Hypophantasia.
Yeah. Hyper.
Yeah, I get tons. That's why I can't watch or read anything horror or thriller because I dream it, and
Oh,
I
it's
even
like the
daydream
reverse.
it sometimes, and I get scared.
So if like aphantasia is on one side, hyperphantasia is the other.
Yep, and then Fantasia is just in the middle. I have low Fantasia. Hence the anxiety thinking I had aphantasia. Even though it don't. And it happens regularly, by the way. It's not just a one and done. No. It happens regularly.
I have hyperphantasia. I see everything. I also don't like horror.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I-
There's
if
also
you put something in your story, I will visualize it.
yeah. me too.
aphantasia is also like people regularly think of just images and stuff being in, but your brain can actually, well, theoretically, the brain can reproduce all of the senses in the head. Like my husband's fully functions. He can literally recall the taste of things and taste it in his mouth. The
Yep.
smells, he smells it. The like,
Mhm.
it's fascinating. For me, music, I can like summon it like that, and I can just hear. There's a playlist going on in here 24/7. It like never stops. There's always sound in there, which is I think why I hate silence and ambient noises. But like I have a friend who can't do that. They're like they've got images but no sounds. So I was like, literally any of the
Interesting.
senses.
My roommate because like I asked my roommate this. I was like, so if I were to ask you to recreate our house in your head, would you be able to do it? He said, no. Give me a blueprint, easy. Anything 3D, no. Cannot do it.
Also, funny enough, I have better spatial awareness than most people I know. Like I can go to the store, look at a dresser, and I can tell you if it's going to fit anywhere in my house, even though just because I know the general dimensions.
I don't have that.
Yeah. So it's very
don't
interesting.
have that at all. Yeah.
No,
I wish
me
it-
either.
I
actually had a poor spatial awareness.
See, I feel like a poor spatial awareness makes more sense with aphantasia, but I
just have poor spatial awareness of my body because I run into everything.
Same.
Like, I am so clumsy. It is terrible.
All right. Are we ready for our next prompt?
C.
Born ready.
I wanted to be like, but did you die ready?
I was about to scream, but I was born this way, so.
Not yet. Inside, yes.
Would you rather write in a rooftop garden surrounded by city noises or in a quiet studio with cows as your neighbors?
Ooh.
City.
I'll
City.
take the
cannot take
rooftop
city.
garden with city
City
noises.
actually decreases my ability to function.
I would also just say city noises
I'd
because I'd be
say
too
city.
distracted by the cows.
Yeah.
I'd be too busy trying to hang out with them, like become their friends.
My last house had a cow pasture behind our house, and that was the easiest time I ever had writing.
I would just think you would smell the cow pasture, and I don't think I would want to.
I mean, I grew up in a house full of animals, so
That's
so
my
used to it.
thing. I'm like I am used to the smell of it. I'm a country girl. I'm used to the smell. But if I have a preference, I would like to sit in the nice smelling garden.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can tune out the city noises.
Yeah, the cow
Oh, yeah.
smell wouldn't bother me because
The
I
prompt is
was
cow
born on the
noises,
Oregon
not
coast.
smell.
Yeah, but if there's cows there,
You're
Well,
gonna smell it
I had cow
eventually.
noises outside my house, and I never smelled them.
Mhm.
So,
I would take cows over pigs. I'll tell you that.
oh yes,
Like,
pigs do smell.
Yeah, I
being
can't.
rural,
Pigs
I
and
take-
turkeys.
all over the
No.
piggies.
You don't want
Yes
those.
to horses, Jess.
No,
yes,
Jess,
please.
you can't have
My
your
answer
horse.
for the horse.
The answer is cows.
The answer is cows. I would also choose city, but that's because I'd be too busy trying to make friends with the cows. I love cows. They're so cute.
Meanwhile, Cody's like, I'm a Disney princess.
Do not test me. I will do it.
Well, our husky
I
used
will
to
become
make
snow
friends
and
with
so
cows.
quick.
Our husky would run in the cow pasture with them.
Yeah. Oh, our husky. Yeah, our neighbor next door has chickens.
She tried to herd them all the time.
Yeah, our huskies tried to herd them into their mouths.
Like, I'm neutral with cows. I'm positive with horses. So for changing it to horses, my answer changes.
yeah.
My answer does not change.
But if it's cows, I'll stay in the city.
My
Yeah, well, in the
my
garden.
answer might change with horses, but then I'd be like Cody, out trying to go play with them.
yeah, just trying to be friends.
I will sacrifice my word count for the day to go play with the horse. It's fine.
Yes, it's cool. Serotonin. Serotonin's very important.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, are we ready for the next one?
Yes.
Yes.
Would you rather publish one insanely great selling book and never write again, or publish a string of 15 average selling books over a 20-year period?
15.
Why are you
I'm
limiting
basic.
me? 15 and 20 years.
Yeah.
15.
I'll do 15.
Like you can
Yeah.
never write again. I'd have to go with the 15. Like,
Headless.
that's where you lose me.
Yeah, I mean, I can also draw too, and I can tell stories through that medium, but 15.
Unless you're going to write dialogue-less comics, Cody, you still need to write.
Oh, I guess that is. Well, I mean, who said I was writing comics?
So
I
you were
can do
drawing with
animations.
story medium.
Mm-hmm.
And also,
That's fair.
an image is also a story.
Yeah.
A still image is also a story. I can also draw
But-
the words.
No, you can't draw the words. It's writing.
But it's in a drawing.
That's literally how physical writing works, Cody. This is what happened. You thought you were on a roll, and you fucked yourself.
No.
Wait.
No. But still, I
So
would
if
still
you
do
do graffiti type bubble art with your words, is that not Is that still writing?
I would count it as writing.
I would also count that as writing. Because you are making a word.
It's just fancy
Just
writing.
Yeah, it's just fancy.
I get out my calligraphy pens now.
If I turn the word into a building, is it still
Yes.
writing?
just become an architect and just write a story as a city.
Although that'd be pretty cool, though. It'd be harder.
My gym trainer has me do that with medicine ball. I have to do letters, and I always make words out of the letters.
Nice.
I tell a little story.
Yeah. Oh, that must help. It's like I must get to the end of the story.
I do. I tell them, I'm like, okay, that's it. I'm like, no, I have one more word.
No, I have to finish the
Like,
sentence.
for training a writer.
I have to add a
We've got
period, guys.
one person who's picked one book.
Okay. Hey, listen. Get the moment and
You
run.
know?
I'm just intrigued.
And thank you.
But you never write again, though.
No
That's
short stories, no little poems, no
Nothing.
little nothing.
Maybe they only have
Look,
one
I'm
story
good.
that they want to tell. Perhaps.
She's got 2 published books. And she just finished her third. Or I don't know if it's third, but she just finished another one.
Perhaps, though, she went with the like metaphorical, only has one idea at a time, and then writes or sells that really, really good book, and then gets the new idea, and then goes, fuck.
Like, you have that one really good idea and you make lots of money. You can just tell your story to someone else and they write it.
James Patterson style.
You mean I get 15 guaranteed books by contract?
I know.
That's what I was thinking. Like 15.
Sold.
Yeah. And then you averagely okay, guaranteed. All right, none of them flop. All right, I'm in.
Cross country tours
because
to
you,
meet people. Perfect.
yeah, and because you get to keep writing after the 15, maybe number 16 is gonna be a sky, just totally
Yeah.
blow.
Or maybe
You
16
don't
will
know.
flop. Who
You don't know.
knows?
Or maybe 16 will flop.
You don't know.
Two
Exactly.
kinds of perspective.
You can tell me and Nia have two different types of perspective on this.
Patterson. Oh no. Oh no.
Poor
Okay,
guy.
so would you rather be recognized wherever you go or live a quiet, monetary, successful life of anonymity?
Second
Quiet.
one, easy.
Quiet monitor. I don't need to be
See,
famous.
I wouldn't mind being recognized everywhere I go if this also guaranteed monetarily successful. But monetarily successful is only quiet life of anonymity.
So quiet.
So I'll go with that
Quiet
one.
life.
I want
quiet life.
So I'm just like, hey, I can
Give me
sit
the
back
money.
and nobody knows me.
Yes.
I got
My
3 kids to raise.
I was gonna say my ultimate goal is to live in
I
a
got a
trailer,
series, the self pub.
isolated, and like turn into like a little witch hut. So yes.
So,
Mhm.
and I'm going to go the opposite. I was watching, I don't even remember who it was. Some singer was talking about like, oh, when I became famous, I was so lonely and alone and no one saw me. That sounds beautiful. So, okay. Don't know anybody. Don't come to my house. Leave me alone. Paparazzi everywhere. Fine. I'll make do. I'll suffer through. So,
I'll never leave my house.
Bear's like, I will live a life of poverty so that everybody leaves me alone.
just leave me alone.
Give me
I'm
the money.
sorry, the very next one. I'm like, I already know what Barrett's gonna say. Would you rather be rich and loathed or poor and well loved?
Rich and loved.
Yeah, hate me. I don't care.
Give me my money. I already got the people who love me.
Yeah, honestly.
So
My money loves
I
me.
got my
Same.
people.
I'm already both poor and well loved and poor and loathed. So like,
Give me the money.
Adding money.
Definitely rich and loathed.
I'll just take the money now.
And worst comes to
Exactly.
worst, if I get lonely, I can pay someone to hang out with me because I'm rich.
Disappoint
Worst
my
case
hate.
scenario.
Cody and Barrett are like 2 different misers on the opposite side.
I mean, you
We're in
know,
the same library section, but completely different shelves.
totally.
Barrett merch for you.
There, I'm
Hate
taking
me.
it. Like,
Hate me, Alex.
Yep. Just
When
hate
money
me. I
loves
don't
me.
care.
my money loves me, so I'll be fine.
Yeah. I could buy a dog. Perfect.
Yeah.
I saw this thing that was like the only thing that doesn't betray you is money.
And my dog.
Someone in severe debt, I kind of disagree with that.
Did the money betray you? Or did
Yes, yes, it
people
did.
betray you?
Or the
Oh,
student
both.
loan.
No, it was
Yeah.
parental upbringing.
Does poor and loathed preclude the options to get loans or financial gifts from friends and family? Am I poor forever? Taxes is money betrayed.
Taxes. But if you're rich, you don't pay taxes.
This is true.
Yeah, that's
So-
true.
Yeah, you work
No.
around it.
Find loopholes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can pay people to get you out of pain.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you just pay people.
You trickle it down.
Yeah. And if someone's in your way, you just pay them to leave. It's fine.
Yes,
Exactly.
exactly.
Non-disclosure agreement.
Yeah.
Yeah, pay somebody to say nice things to you if you need to feel a little
If
bit
I
better
really
about
need-
everyone loathing you.
Yeah.
And your
If I
friends.
really need to feel loved, I'll just use my money to create a fake internet persona,
Yeah.
and then people will love them, and then I still don't have to deal with it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a persona.
Like,
Yes, but rich or poor, you live with yourself. I mean,
Okay.
I'm awesome.
I like
He's
me.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, I like you. I'm okay with me.
Like, me's pretty
We'll
cool.
get along just fine.
I ain't got a problem with me.
Yeah. No, that's good.
I mean, I'm kind of
believe me, I
bitchy
have-
sometimes, but you know what? I have points.
I have too many projects to do, okay? If people loathe me, which means they're not bothering me, which means I can do my projects.
Rich
That-
and
that
loathed,
part.
it would be easier to buy people's love than to get out of it. Ain't that the truth?
That's the truth. Welcome to
This
America.
is facts. Yes.
I like how
Well,
all of us like we'd much rather
we
be rich
did-
and low because we don't want to be poor.
I'm assuming being rich in this scenario is an equitable world where the rich pay a fair percent of taxes. I'm too optimistic.
Nope. Zara's
Yeah.
absolutely not thinking straight because that's
Even if I was taxed as a rich person, I still have money.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I can spend my money to get more money.
When I'm taxed as a poor person, I just don't get more. I don't have money. It's just gone.
Yeah. It's just
It's
gone.
just skin in the game.
Also-
That's skin in the game. You gotta have that skin in the game, or else
No,
are
I
you really?
want the perks of being rich. Don't have
Yeah.
to pay for stuff. And people give you stuff because they want you to wear it. Like,
Well-
you know, they give you fashion, all the latest fashion and clothes. They just give it to you.
Also,
Oil
That's
Put 'em on
all
a
the
PR
cool
list.
gear. It's like
They-
you're rich, you could pay for it, but there's people who want to give it to you. So
Also, just because they hate me doesn't mean they don't hate my writing. Like, how many people buy books
Yeah.
from authors they hate? Like,
Mhm.
Yeah. Like I said, I have so many projects I need to do. Leave me alone. And I have the money to bring them to fruition. Holy shit!
yeah.
Jess said, listened to someone complain about having to pay $60K in quarterly taxes, and I'm just like, that's more money than I make in 2 years. See? See.
Wow.
But what did you end up doing or becoming for the whole world to loathe you? Can you live with that? They already loathe me.
Yeah. They love me for no reason.
I existed as a confident woman. I'm okay with
I
that.
was gonna say, I exist as a confident gay man.
And look,
I
all of the rich people right now that are loathed, they don't care.
Yeah, they're rich.
Yeah.
They don't
They
care.
really don't.
They don't care.
They don't care what poor people think. They're rich.
I'll figure
Very
out how they do it. How do you not care?
Yeah.
They're like,
But
'cause I
also-
got my $1 billion. That's how I don't care. I'm like, oh.
When you're in a different tax bracket,
Also,
you
the
don't worry
world
about
is
the poors.
fickle. You don't have to do much for them to hate you. Like,
Exactly.
That's true.
You can breathe. They don't
it's a
like
mob mentality out there.
True.
All right, so we ran out of would you rather's of
Okay.
chat. Do you have any would you rather's that you would like to?
Hit us with cold.
you.
Thank you.
I have one. It only applies.
Cody, you had 11.
Oh, don't worry, I have
You
more.
can also-
I mean, this one's very like situational. I guess like most of them is very situational. Would you rather burn every book you have or delete your entire Kindle library and unable to get more of either?
Let me see what I have on Kindle.
Cody, you're just
You can't get
you are
ebooks or
not-
real books.
No, he said
if you
Kindle
burn-
specifically. My
Only
Nook is
Kindle?
safe.
Only Kindle?
Okay, yeah.
Only
So-
Kindle.
Only
So
Kindle.
you have to burn all your physical books and you cannot acquire any more physical books, or delete your entire Kindle and cannot get any more Kindles.
Okay, I'll delete my Kindle.
Kindle.
I'll just have to be
What
more-
I
I
got
can
on
get a Kindle because there's other ways you can get
I'll
ebooks.
just be more resourceful, get books other places. But
See,
yeah, I'm not burning my books. Can't do it.
See, I'm the opposite.
Okay, there's like 3 books in here I'd have to rebuy. I'll get rid of my Kindle. Everything else is on Nook. So
See, I'm the opposite. I'm not trying to. I don't have that many books. That's why.
Uh,
I have a very low library, so I'm very low stakes in this.
I'm like,
no, I have
please leave
physical
me
books
script.
that
I'll
have
do-
deep sentimental value. So
Same.
all right.
Same. I'm very picky about the books I do buy put on my bookshelf. So I'm like, I need to get rid of them.
Life was good, but I didn't.
Cody, you're not alone.
Yeah, fire pretty.
Get rid of Kindle. Fire pretty. We have other ways we can make a fire if that's your motivation. I'm just throwing that out
Yeah,
there.
fire pretty.
Would you also, I got a lot of manga, like, and some of those they don't sell no more. Would you
Yeah,
rather?
they all gotta go.
Would you rather have to always outline your book from end to beginning, or always have to edit your book from end to beginning?
Oh,
Outline.
That's easy.
Outline.
If I know where I'm going,
Outline.
Yeah.
it's easy.
Outline.
I may have backwards syntax because I'm dyslexic, but I can't edit backwards.
Yeah,
I can barely edit forwards.
That's it. Also, yeah, if I know where the journey ends, I know how to get there.
Mm-hmm. You have that one plot hole that messes up everything to try and fix it. Oh no, I'm just like, can't.
So are you saying that like you just got your bookshelf so you want to protect your books, or you just got your bookshelf so might as well start a fire because it's empty?
Yeah.
Well,
She's
it
like, do you know how
says
long
our
that
bookshelf
took
to
for
ship
me to
books.
put that together?
Also,
Are there books on the bookshelf?
if you're editing backwards, does it mean you have to read backwards? Or are you doing it like the last page, like you read down last page and then page forward?
I love how Cody made it harder. He's like, now wait a minute, read it backwards, read it backwards. And I'm like,
You're
what?
Final
Just
chapter, final page.
cementing my decision to say.
I'm
to
also
outline
cementing back.
backwards.
Yeah, I was just like, how are we editing backwards though? Because
Editing backwards
Oh,
is a trick that I gave my students when I used to teach, because you get used to reading your own words, that editing it backward is better to pick up mistakes.
I cannot.
That's editing, not revising. Revising is different.
I'm aware. I'm
My brain
dyslexic.
I love my
It's not gonna work.
my brain hurts thinking about editing backwards.
But I'd rather do the outline.
Yeah, I'm gonna outline backwards because like that already works with my brain.
Yeah,
Editing
outline
backwards would just
I've already kind of
No.
outlined my story backwards a little bit, so
Yeah.
works for me.
totally the books all were the best in my opinion to end up on my shelf.
Yep.
Gotcha. Outline. Edit from end to beginning. We have another one.
Oh, okay.
Outline. I could see how somebody without a reading disorder would like the edit. I know that does work for people, but I cannot because it just fucks me up more. Would you rather serve a 15-year prison sentence or live alone on an island for the same time? So I forgot that chat was also giving us would you rathers. So I was just like, Michael, why are you asking about
Say forgetting the question she asked.
like it's fun to host when I have brain fog.
It's like a surprise every time.
It is.
I mean, like,
Island.
Okay, so I have questions.
Island alone.
Yep.
Yeah, I have questions about this island. I have shelter
Do
and
I
food
have
and
internet?
protection. from
Yeah,
the
like do I have
storm.
internet? Do I have
If
shelter?
there's internet,
Do I
I'm
have
totally
Well,
food?
it
I-
says that you're on the
I
island for the same amount of time, so you would have to have the basic necessities to last that long.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
so
not
I
really.
have-
No, you could just be
Internet
plopped on an
is-
island, though.
Internet
need
is
the
a
internet.
questionable necessity, but like I'm an outgoing extrovert. I may in fact die without human interaction for 15
I'm okay
years.
without humans. No, just
Yeah.
kidding.
As long as I have everything I need, and I need to have something to. Well, I guess I could write a lot. I need materials. Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd still.
so I can do the island.
Also, how
I don't
big
wanna
is the
deal-
island?
I don't
Is it
wanna-
a
I can do
don't
the
wanna
paradise?
deal
island
with
if I can make
people.
phone calls or like message somebody daily.
Just like one person a day, you get one message out. That's all you
Yeah,
get.
I don't want to deal with people who might try to ship me. I just can't deal with that.
Yeah.
I just,
I'd
it's
rather
like
I'll
Be
just-
alone.
and
I'll just
orange
make
is
my
not-
dad. I'll just make my dad proud and run the prison yard. It's fine.
Sam will take over.
It's fine.
I would say also live on an island for 15 years.
I know how to make a shank. I know where ribs are. I'll be in
Because you
solitary.
could
a lot.
read all your
I've
books
done-
on your bookshelf without being bothered on that island for 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
I've done
True.
enough anatomy classes. I know all the pressure points. I know how to take you down.
Like, I understand why everyone else would be on the island alone. However,
Sam, like, I'm not going.
I can't go a week without human interaction. You want me to go 15 years?
It's so funny because I'm very much I have ADHD and I'm an introvert, so I forget to talk to people. So I forget some people exist. And sometimes I'll be talking to Sam and I'm like, man, I feel bad. I talk to Sam like every day. And then here's Sam, like, I talk to so many people every day, all the time. And I'm like, sometimes I'm that person.
I actually get irritated when my phone rings or has too many texts.
Oh, Discord. If
I
my
get-
Discord
I get
goes
that.
off.
I legit will not answer. If someone calls me, I'll like hang up. Be like, they'll text. If they want to talk to me, they'll text. I am not. You're not gonna.
Yeah,
many
I don't
texts
do
irritate me.
talking on the phone. I'd rather just
Oh,
message.
I'm okay with talking.
All of my
Me and-
friends are introverts, so I know how to respect their forms of communication.
Mhm.
But like select special introverts will just let me just like call them out of nowhere. Like I don't even warn
Yeah.
Fox. I just call him. And if he's busy, he hangs up on me and then I go about my day. And if he's
Yeah.
not
No, I-
busy, I get to talk to him.
I will literally wait for the phone to finish ringing and then text what do you need?
Yeah.
If someone's calling, I'll pick up, be like, hey, yo, what? Or I'll
No.
I'll hang up, be like, yo, I'm busy, talk later.
So fun story. Stieg and I used to like when we were on a similar sleep schedule, we would like do calls and stuff. Well, my husband is also friends with Stieg, and he was like mock whining one day that Stieg never calls him, that he only ever calls me. So Stieg hung up with me, called my husband, and my husband's like, he's calling. He's like, what is he doing? I'm like, you wanted him to call you? He's like, I didn't want him to actually do it. Well, now
I
you
was
do, sir.
joking.
So my husband rarely answers the phones. It's to the point that when his boss, we're in Texas, so his boss, who is in Oregon, needs to get a hold of him, his boss will call me. Like, hey, can you tell him to call me? And he'll hang up. Like, that's, and I've, the first few times I was a little weirded out about it, but I'm used to it now. I mean, as long as he does it after like 10 a.m. But yeah, my husband doesn't answer the phone for anybody. He doesn't even answer when I call him. He'll text, but he won't answer.
If I know the phone number, I'll answer.
My
Like,
my
yo,
husband
what up?
always answers the phone. I'm like, do you know who that is? Why are you answering? And
Oh my
he'll
God,
have
my mom's like
conversations. I'm like,
I will.
they're
If,
trying to
like,
sell you something.
if I
Why are
think
you
it's a
talking to
scammer,
them?
I'll
I was
answer
answering
and I'll just
Sarah
like
Hall.
leave them.
So like
Oh,
that
if
was
it's
there
a
at
scammer?
I was like, I'll answer because I know her, and I'm like, you're an introvert. You won't. Well, hello. So
Barrett
was
would
there.
never answer me ever. He'd be like, she will keep me on the phone for hours. guys."
If it's a scammer, I love answering scammer phones.
I do. I'll like, I'll just sit there and I'll wait for them to say something, and then they're like, so we're just sitting there in silence, and then they hang up, and I'm like, that's what I thought.
Oh, I will answer the phone. I love answering the phone because I love making up weird shit all the time. Like when I'll answer the phone, like City Morgue, you stabbing we back. I'm Bernadette.
I was
How can I
about
help
to
you?
say that's what my dad does. He'll Like, he taught us to do that. So when I was a teenager, I'd answer the house phone and I'd be like, Nasset Mortuary. You slap on the
Yes.
button.
Or
And then they
I
would,
pretend
like,
to be
call
a
me.
Russian.
If it was
pretend-
somebody in our family, they'd just be like, let me speak to your mother.
Or I'd be a Russian woman named Olga. Thank you for calling Ground Responders. How would you like to be founded today?
I shall buy a house in Hawaii and live there by myself. I therefore live alone. Wait, can I live alone on a populated island? Does that count? Because I'll,
Being in a house, you live in a house by yourself.
I may
you
go
live
there
alone.
instead of prison.
Leave it to people.
Like, none of my friends or family for 15 years. That's okay. I can make friends.
But to live in
Get
Hawaii,
friends.
buy a house in Hawaii, you got to have money. So she's probably rich and loathed.
And nobody
Yeah.
wants to
Yeah.
see her anyway.
Yeah.
That's
I
fine.
can make it. They'll like Hawaii, Sam.
It's like it all comes together.
Exactly. Her money loved her. So
Did
she
you
has
see
a
it
friend.
where
Her money loved her. I did not,
They
but I'm going to
just-
add it.
I love this episode.
Oh, it's so good.
I need to watch.
See, this is fair. It wasn't.
It wasn't
I
stated. That's why
mean-
it's like I have questions.
Oh, it did just stay alone. Okay.
Would you rather have to only write first drafts with a feather, ink, and pen, or by dictating to someone else who writes it down but never lets you see what you wrote? Feather, ink,
Someone
and
else, because I cannot write worth shit.
Feather ink.
Number 2 with a feather. I don't know.
I cannot write. That's why I type everything. That's why I have.
It's
Well,
only the
notes.
first draft.
that would hurt my hands. I don't know.
type
Yeah,
seconds.
I can edit later.
But you can't edit if you're not seeing the dictation. So I'm assuming if you're doing this for publication, you're hiring someone else to edit it.
Yeah.
I don't trust people.
Yeah, I'll just know one. They'll do the first draft. I'll do the second. It's
Ignore
fine.
the contradictory statements I've been saying about needing people. I still don't trust them.
I need people. I just don't trust none of them. No one.
Because what if they do it and then they wrote down nothing you said? So then all your ideas are gone that you told them to write. So now you don't remember anything.
Oh,
Right,
don't worry,
your
they'll come
name is
back.
People on
Like,
it.
what if it's like
Or-
an interpreter and they just write down whatever they want and they don't follow
Yeah,
what
like-
you say?
Like, they could either write their own version and your name's on it, or they could take it and put their name on it. It doesn't say they're giving it back for me to sell. Feather and ink.
Feather, ink, and pen. Or
Because
feather
here's the
ink.
problem. If I can't read it, I'm screwed.
Heather's just like, my handwriting is atrocious. I can't read it half the
Same.
time, but we'll struggle for draft 2.
we'll be struggle bus and be like, is this a T or an O? What are you?
I don't want to talk into a box. I talk into everything.
My dad would literally scream into his phone to text to talk. And I'd be like, Dad, just talk like you do normally. He's like, why? It'll work. And then it works once. And he's like, cool. 3 weeks later, Alexa! It's like, no, Dad, that's not how it works.
I feel like it's ruder to make somebody who doesn't want to talk to you stay on the phone. Like,
Yes.
if you don't want to talk to me, it's fine. Just hang up on me. Or just
Yeah.
be like, I don't want to talk right now. My sister does that to me all the time. She'll be like, hey, I don't want to talk right now. And I'm like, okay. And she hangs up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that. I do that. Or I'll just like hang up and text you, be like, hey, I don't want to talk.
Yeah. I'm with you, Eva, but we're just going to break the rules and record ourselves too. So
I only answer the phone if I know the number or need to talk to them. Scammers. I hate them. Okay, there we
I
go.
love calling scammers. Or
Feather
answering
ink,
scammers.
dictate to another. Can I read it when it's done? It says they never show it to you.
yeah, you got to do the hack, the Eva hack.
What was Eva's
That's
hat?
the only way.
I'm going to turn my phone on and record it, breaking all the rules. It's fair.
They never
I
said
like
we
the-
couldn't.
Mhm.
Looking around the box.
Yep. Just like living alone on an island. I mean, if I have
No,
my own
it's
house
just
here
where it
and
is.
my family lives in the house next door, technically I live alone.
Michael, don't test me. I will
My
be friends with
family
all the
lives in the
coconuts.
house next door.
They'll all have names. They'll all have backstories. Do not test me.
Whoever comes and finds me on this deserted island, I'm gonna be a fucking Tarzan. Making all the friends with the gorillas.
Yep. We have our own language. We have our own little society.
To be fair, the hanging up was in reference to answering. Oh,
My phone tells me it's a potential spam, and I get so excited. I'm like, ooh, potential spam.
are we ready to? Are we ready to move on to Never Have I Ever?
Sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
everybody starts with 10 points. If you have done it, you must take a point away. I'm not quite sure. I guess the last person with points up will win. And then whoever in chat has points up will win with the on-screen winner. Yes, we're playing games. I would make them read it back to me. Like, oh, that's fair. You can make them read it. All right. So never have I ever cried while writing a scene.
So if we did, we put a finger down.
Yes.
Wait, if we did cry, okay, then no.
Yes. All right. Never have I ever drank an entire pot of coffee while writing.
Ooh.
Never have I. Oh wait, I read that one. Never have I ever fallen asleep while writing.
Ooh.
Just gonna.
Cody's never have I ever is coming for Barrett. Never have I ever in all caps at myself in the middle of a novel. It says novel, not outline. I'm good. Never have I ever killed a character based on someone I know in real life.
Oh.
Barrett has
off.
lived a varied and wild life.
I know.
Never have I ever changed a protagonist's name halfway through a draft.
Oh.
I always change.
Totally done that.
Yeah, I always change names. That's fine.
Because like sometimes
I don't think I have done halfway through a draft.
Yeah, I haven't done halfway, but I've done like partial way through it. So it's like,
I mean, that counts, right? It's all about like abandoning it, I'm sure.
For the record,
Wait,
I googled these. So.
I would say Cody wrote the questions, so like you get to say what the context is. Actually,
I googled them. I had no ideas. I just googled them. Not even gonna lie.
If you change the protagonist's name after you started drafting, then we'll count it. Never have I ever written down dreams to use in potential plots. This is requiring me to use long-term memory, which is currently locked.
So like I think I've done it once, so I'm just gonna put it down.
Never have I ever spilled a drink on my laptop while writing. Well, while writing.
Yeah, not while writing, but like a lot of other times.
Never have I ever written a story completely by hand. Never. Savion 6 in all caps. Never have I ever published an unedited story online. Never have I ever published. Oh wait. Never have I ever written a romance. Why are you coming for me, Barrett? Why?
What if we're not technically writing it or not done with it yet?
I haven't. I mean, I'm currently writing one, so
yeah.
I'm just gonna put that
Is
down.
actively writing or
it says written.
Yeah.
So I guess
Barrett
past tense.
So
it just is not published, not published, edited, or just have you written it? Yes.
Yeah, it just is written.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm currently writing a romance. I've technically written one.
Never have I ever changed tenses in the middle of a story.
Ooh.
On accident?
Do you mean on accident, Cody, or like stylistically?
I googled these. Don't attack me. Don't attack the messenger.
I had never done that.
How
I had never done that until I had Morgan Lee as a critique partner.
Okay.
She writes in present tense, and so then I have a lot of present tense in my work now.
To be fair, I didn't even know that you did that.
All right. So I guess now we will do one Never Have I Ever on screen. We'll start with Stephanie since all of them came from Barrett or Cody, and then chat will also get to do Never Have I Ever's. So
we're making up one.
Like
Alpha's
just
already
making up one.
Yeah, just what have you never done, Stephanie?
I got it.
Genre.
Yeah, genre it.
Yeah.
You know how to beat
never
it.
have I ever written a horror novel. There you go.
Oh,
a novel?
Boom.
No.
I have not.
Horror novel. Whole novel.
She said
Horror
novel.
story. How about that? Story. Horror story.
I've blueprinted one. but
I was
haven't
almost
wrote one.
safe on a technicality.
Yeah, I haven't written it, but I blueprinted one.
Morgan.
I don't think mine would count as horror because I don't think that anybody would think it was scary enough. Because
To be fair, horror doesn't actually have to be scary. It just has to elicit a certain set of emotions. It's about making things feel off or uncanny or eerie. Like most of the original horror wasn't like scary in the sense that most people think. Yeah, eerie. Like Twilight Zone,
I think
weird
I've done
fiction.
eerie. Yeah. Oh, I like that kind of stuff. Okay.
Morgan.
Crap. Let's see.
You can also just Google "Never Have I Ever."
I am. I'm scrolling right now.
That's what I did. Don't worry.
There are some good ones in chat. Just steal them from chat.
Oh wait, let me go back to chat. I can't see it. Never have I ever drank alcohol while writing. Still JC's question. I have not.
Nope.
I'm going to use this hand because this is my mouse.
I mean,
You haven't
other
lived.
things, sure, but not alcohol.
Shannon.
Never
Alcohol's
have
a migraine trigger, so.
Yeah.
Never have I ever been attracted to any of my characters.
Attracted.
Like made them attractive.
Fast.
Like I've made them, and they have qualities that I would find attractive, but I'm not attracted to
But because
them.
it doesn't have to be physical attraction, right? Some people are sapiosexuals.
Like emotional, yeah.
They're my
I'm a
creations.
cold
honestly.
stone bitch.
Yes, they're my creations. I am falling for none of them.
Eva, is that
Sometimes I
true?
kill
Because
them.
if so,
It's terrible.
wow. Like, I wish.
Nia?
Oh gosh. Nobody put another one in chat. Come on, guys.
Nia.
Okay, Eva did. Never have I ever looked up how to spell a word while drafting.
Who has
Wow.
not looked up a word? Like,
Wow.
come on. What kind of robot are you?
Attack.
I
Yes,
have a
fault.
question though, Eva. If it pops up while you're spelling it wrong,
No,
with the
wrong.
is that looking
You're
it
out of
up?
there.
I didn't look it up.
I've had to
Yes.
look up plenty of words while drafting because
Spell
I
check
can't
was
spell.
telling me you're wrong. You're wrong.
Yes. After the third time is telling me that I'm wrong. I'm like, fine, I'm Googling it. Screw this. Telling me I'm wrong. And then I'm completely wrong. I'm like,
I misspell it so bad. Spell check's like, we can't help you. Only
exactly. Yep.
So I
No.
100%.
I
Google
just
those
leave it if I
bitches.
misspell it. Half of my last sprint, because I actually finished
See?
my outline on my thing.
Eva means what
was
I
just
did.
me going through.
Yep.
That happens to me often, Eva. Often.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
if
I
spell
know. I just save
do
it.
English? Like, I don't think so.
So-
And I'm like, no, I
so yeah,
just-
if spell check can understand you, you're fine.
Even pro writing aid can't figure out what I'm trying to write.
Never have I ever had the power go out. Oh, power go out while drafting.
Oh, close.
I'm out. Bye.
It happened so. It was so
Where
close.
I
It was like
live?
5 minutes.
I was gonna say Tornado Alley. Like, we was
Not yet. I'm waiting for it.
Yeah, 5 minutes
Oh,
before I started drafting, our power went out, and I was like,
Sorry, I was looking at the shade being thrown at me
oh.
by Fox and
Oh.
Jess because I'm still awake and energetic.
I love how I'm the only one that really understands how your energy works.
I know.
Like, I get it. I
So
understand it.
for context, everybody, I have been awake for
Almost
24 plus
40 hours
12.
now?
36, 37 hours. And
Yeah.
I've had a couple like power naps, but that's it. So
It was like 32 when we were on Sarah's stream earlier, so
Yeah.
I don't recommend for other people. I'm not mortal.
What do you call a power nap? Like, how long or short is a power nap for you?
Less than 20 minutes.
All right.
I can't
Like
even
we
take
were
naps. Not
like we
fun.
were sprinting and I would doze in and out.
I have.
Are we counting this one?
I have not forgotten to say.
Never have I ever forgotten to save.
Yes, all the time, every time.
Ah.
I can't say how many projects I've lost because I forgot to save.
Gracie.
My computer crapped out on me, and I had to retype a whole entire book from beginning to end because I lost it on release
Grayson,
week. So that
this
was
is-
nice.
This is dirty.
It's-
Yes. That's
I'll say, if it ever got back to me, I have another dirty one.
So never have I ever hosted a double live stream. My battery died in cloud today.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna get some of you like Shannon with this one.
Uh-oh.
Oh man.
And
20-minute nap.
Hey, now.
20-minute nap is the scientific definition of a power nap, and any longer and it's no longer counted. My cousin took a class seminar. Well, mine were like 15 to 20 minutes. So never have I ever published a book. Why you coming for me, Bear? I'm feeling personally
I think
attacked.
for all of us.
Not for me.
Like a word book or a picture book? I'm not about to.
A
Like
book.
a book.
Just, if it's a book, it counts.
If it has a book in the title, if it's a book of any kind,
A word book, a graphic novel is a book, a comic book,
a blank
A
book,
book.
A workbook.
a workbook.
It's a
Any
book.
Yes.
It's like
Oh
Reading
my
Rainbow in a book.
So who's still?
Cody.
I would say I'm not published.
What do you mean? I'm just here vamping and hanging out, and just vibing.
So
He's
is
voguing.
Cody? Hold on. Is
Yeah.
Cody the only one in, or is Morgan also in?
No, I'm out.
I think Cody's
Okay.
in, Morgan's out. That's Cody.
So
Am I
Cody
competing?
and whoever still has fingers wins.
Finally, I win something.
Oh, that's that one.
Oh yeah, you with all your inexperience.
I know, right? It's not so good, but finally win something. Being an inexperienced
Never
writer
have
comes in
I
handy.
ever had the laptop die while writing.
Oh, I would
I'd
definitely.
lose that point too.
I don't write on my laptop.
My second
draw
book,
on
I was using Google Docs, and it crashed. And I spent a World Wide Wideathon retyping the whole darn thing.
Oh,
That was what I did. That was a fun weekend.
Never
Oh.
have I ever been. You trying to say something, Cynthia?
You trying to toss some hands?
That feels highly specific, targeted.
I've never had an event so good.
Somebody coming for me.
Wow.
Shade.
Okay.
Cody was still standing, and some people in chat were like,
I had 4 points left.
"Prayer ski." Does chat want to keep going against Cody? I lost count after 10. I think we all do.
Michael.
I'm very inexperienced. Don't worry. I will probably I'll last a while.
Is that a poem, or a poem? Stop.
Okay,
I need to
Cody?
bed.
put your hand back up.
It's there.
Oh, sorry, Bear. We'll end after this.
No,
After
I was
Cody
kidding.
or
No.
chat wins.
after I or chat loses someone.
Questions
All right.
never have I ever. Okay.
Yes, never have I ever.
Never have I ever sent anything I've written to an editor. Or written to an
Yes, anything you've written, we can tell.
editor. Can you tell? It's for work, it's so funny because I mistype a lot. And like my coworkers will sometimes read it. And they'll be like, I'm like, can you tell I'm a writer? Because I'll write manual and I will like be like,
Alright.
oh cool, I've written this, and they're like, wow, there's so many typos. I'm like, can you tell I write?
Never have I ever made my characters hate their life.
Come on, Cody.
I mean, like they don't hate it. Other people would hate their lives. Well, no, I never wrote him down though.
Ooh, how about
Yeah, no.
have I ever been late for a date? Like going on a date in public
Bold
with
of you to
somebody.
assume I've been on dates.
Cody's like bold of you to assume I have
Bold of you to
romance.
assume I have any form of love life.
Never have I ever written a spicy scene.
Spoon.
Soon. It says soon.
I was gonna say moon at first, and then I was like, wait.
It's red with a spicy soon, and then I was like, spicy soon. Maybe they meant spicy spoon. They're like themselves. So makes sense.
All right, just for the sake of accuracy, if you lose a point to any of these, don't take your point away until after I read it. That way, nobody accidentally loses too fast.
Yeah.
Never have I ever written a poem.
Parents. No.
I can't do poems.
Never have I ever planned a werewolf story.
Oh no, that's dirty. Now that's dirty.
I don't know what you're talking
dirty.
about.
That's extremely dirty. World Wide Wideathon. Sam, I'm holding you accountable for this one. That's dirty.
Never have I ever self-inserted myself into a story.
Oh, that's a good one.
I have to think
I
about
don't.
that one.
No, you haven't lived until you self-inserted.
I
don't
don't want.
self-insert.
I don't want to put myself through what my character.
I was gonna say, first of all, I am too boring. First of all,
I don't want to fight.
I'm too boring.
The moment you self-insert, you'll immediately become more interesting. Trust.
Never have I ever written a gender other than my own. Like as the
Ooh.
MC?
I was gonna say as a main character or in general.
Or in general.
No, it's got to be MC. Because
Yeah.
I've read some of her stuff that's a different gender.
I mean, unless you're writing something that only has one gender, then
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Never have I ever dreamed up a shifter story.
I didn't dream it.
John. I don't know what any of you are talking about.
I knew it because there was. I knew it because there was a J. Jess has been really good at putting the J in.
I also published it.
all right. How many? Who's left? Who's left with Cody?
Who am I
Cody's
going against?
number 2.
Yeah, who is still here?
Cody and nobody.
Now you're just trying to get me out.
What?
I just like to point out. I think everybody. I'm not seeing anybody else say they're still in.
Oh wow, yeah, because Zara said she's at -1. So yeah. Oh my goodness.
Savion, do you still have points? No. I think.
Did I win? Have I beat everyone? Oh my god.
I'm not sure that's bragging rights at this point.
Yeah.
It's not, but I've won something. I'll take it.
Yeah, Sam. What does Cody win?
Nothing.
Dubba, dubba, dubba.
Undying shade and affection.
I get that anyway. I get that all
you
the
win
time.
Dubba, 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 June 2022. That's what you win.
Cody wins the opportunity to co-host again next year. Not in October, though.
Yeah, I can in October. Wow, my band. I didn't even do anything. Except
It's
win. No winner.
Just doesn't feel like a fair price anymore.
I say if I got a guaranteed host spot next Dubba Dubba, I wouldn't want it because I don't want a host, but that would be a prize. And I'm just like, well, you're on the list.
Cody's
now,
won the
Pumpkin.
opportunity to do my job next Dubba Dubba.
Oh God. You want me to do people? Okay.
No.
I don't want you to do anybody. What?
I will be like Jess. I am too blunt. I'm not nice. I don't know how to make people.
Everybody will just they'll leave our event.
Yeah, do not.
This is his free festival in October.
Oh, don't give me that much power. That's a lot. I can do a lot in October.
Perhaps it's just one pass.
There
You
you
can
go.
sleep
Cody.
through one stream.
Ooh, it's beautiful.
Only one have to be awake the rest.
You can stream from
I meant
bed. We set that precedent.
Mhm.
yes.
So
It's
you're
official.
welcome.
You don't have to have a dating life to do pizza
Yeah.
here. This is hoe discrimination.
Also, I've been on, for the record, I've been on 3 dates, and I was early to every single one because I have time-based anxiety.
Let's be.
So I was 15 minutes early.
It's
All right.
rude
Is
to
there
be
any? It's rude to be what?
late for a date was all I was saying.
Oh,
That's
yes.
nice.
Yeah.
Good, that's good manners.
Yeah.
I almost canceled on my husband's design when I met my husband on a date. I almost canceled. I was in the lobby of the restaurant. I had my phone out. I said, "Sorry, I'm still at work." It was a lie. I wasn't at work. And before I could press send, he came around the corner and said, "Hey, glad you're here." That's how close it was to not happening.
Well, that works.
Yes, I have 0 friends.
Yeah.
You don't want me to cut. You don't want me to host. I have 0 friends.
You don't need friends. We find you friends.
But I don't want friends.
But Heather liked you.
I'm glad. I'm glad someone likes me.
Oh, you're loved.
I mean, same, but I will still fight for other people's right to hoe.
Yeah.
See, but I also don't want to be too early. Like, I like being right on time and for people to show up at the same. Like, if everybody showed up right when they're supposed to, I'm like, that makes me the happiest.
Oh, same.
See, I just have anxiety, and my brain's just like, well, what if traffic hit? What if you get hit by a car? Huh? What if there's a train on the way? Huh? So it's like, I'll get there early.
No, I would.
Yeah.
I would definitely be there, but just not get out of my car and like be
no,
waiting
not at all.
5
No.
minutes, 4 minutes. Okay, 4 minutes and I can start walking to the
At
door.
5 minutes,
Yeah, we
too,
all
is
just
when I
kind
go
of
get a
arrive
table.
at the same time. I'm like, that's nice. I like waiting. Like if I go in 10, 15 minutes early and then they're like 10 minutes late. Oh my gosh, I'm sitting there for like 25 minutes. I don't know. I'd be like,
Well, can we back up? So, Cody, you're going to get hit by a car and still show up for our date? Because, like, let me, if you're calling me from the ambulance, like, listen, I just got down on the way to the date, but meet me over here in this ambulance and we'll pick up some we're going places. Okay?
I'm
Are
at
we
the
seeing the
ambulance
beginning
right now.
of something beautiful?
Okay, I guess that's how you. Okay, writing that idea down for a short story later. Car accident on way to date, and so goes on date. Mm-hmm.
But it's funny that you think about car accidents and stuff like that because that always goes through my head. Like, okay, if there's a car accident, because my grandma always used to say the same thing: don't go out the door into your car unless you're wearing clean underwear because you don't know if you'll be in an accident.
Oh, that
Yeah.
Let me throw this out there. How does that work the morning after, Shannon? Because I might have been that gentleman a time or two. So
sometimes you wake up late and go to work.
Listen,
and
Grandma,
you don't have time.
what am I supposed to do now?
You have a spare pair.
I didn't carry a
Tell my
man
grandma
bag.
that she would.
You
she'd
just
be
always
flustered if I
have
said
a
anything like that.
spare pair.
Was I wearing clean underwear when I was on my car
Always have a
accident?
spare.
Oh, bless.
I think I was wearing
It's
clean
like a
underwear.
condom
more
in
mad
your
about it
wallet,
than
but instead of a condom in your wallet, it's a clean pair of underwear in an inside pocket.
Just carry it with you everywhere. And then when it falls out, people ask, why do you have that underwear? Like, why not?
I should turn this back
Parents, like,
to
go
like
commando.
writing, but
Yeah.
it's okay.
I just
For
loved
ending
that. He
soon.
was like, I'm going to get hit by a car. And I'm like, and you still go on the date? Like, because that
Maybe.
to me feels like a barrier that cannot be overcome.
It depends. Did my car make it out of the car accident? It was like, how bad am I? Because like, if my car is totaled, like, I'll probably get an Uber.
Okay.
You get like blood running down your face, and you still go to
Yeah,
the
I
date.
was gonna say like bleeding.
Well, I'd be cleaned up at the hospital.
You're like, bring me a bucket of ice and a napkin, I'll be fine.
Yeah. No, I'll just be like, all right, cool, just wipe me down. It's all good. X-ray me. I'm looking good. All right, cool. Sir, you're hobbling. It's fine. I'm fine. I have a date. They're like, but sir, you're hobbling. You cannot.
You show up like limping, little
Yeah,
blood
it's like-
going down your face. Like, hey,
I'm here.
boo. So funny story. It's like, should we maybe go to the ER? Like, no, it's fine. They said that was optional. I was really looking forward to lunch with you. Let's
said I didn't have
get
to.
it
It's
to
cool.
go and
Yeah,
go to
but
the
yeah,
ER.
What if they're like, oh, they're using this as an excuse to not go out with me? They just made up that they're
They
like
just
I
made up that
made
they got
it. I was
to
in
go.
an accident.
I just saw meet Joe Black out front. Bounce off
You're
two
like-
cars.
You're like
I
going on a
was-
date with someone real paranoid, so you like take a photo like from the ER. It's like, hey, can we reschedule? They won't let me leave. They're like, look at them. He went through all this effort to avoid our date. I don't.
I was actually like at a restaurant waiting for someone who was late because he ran into an issue, and I'm like, all right, here we go. And then he's like, oh, my my hands are bleeding, and I have an immense fear of blood. And I'm like, all right, here we go. What's the timer? I'm gonna give him like 10 minutes. If not, I'm gonna order myself food and go home. And then 10 minutes, like 15 minutes later, he showed up. And I was like, okay, well, damn. Like, I'm so sorry. And I saw his hand was bandaged. I'm like, are you okay? He's like, yeah, no, I'm fine. I told you my hand got caught in something. I was like, what the fuck?
Cody's like, I thought you were lying to me.
I was like, okay, damn. I thought this was all a ruse. I was like, oh, well, damn, I'm getting stood up. Never mind. No, you're actually...
Meanwhile, Cody's like hand feeding him lunch because he can't pick up any utensils. So Cody's like, here you go.
Oh, no.
If
anything, I'm tossing it to him.
Fox says that you have used up your free pass. That you
How?
you
I
can
didn't
have to
even
DM him and ask. I don't know.
Sir, excuse me.
I'm just checking what I'm now referring to as the shade chat every now and then.
Excuse me while I go fight somebody in the DMs real quick. I'll probably lose, but it's fine.
See, like, I think that's where part of it comes from. It's like, well, if you're that worried about it, just like get a plastic bag, pack some clean underwear, put it in like a coat pocket, your purse, your bag.
I do usually carry a backpack everywhere with me, so I can just keep it in my backpack.
All right, so we've been going.
I always tell my kids to carry spare stuff. Like when people were caught in that snowstorm in Virginia and they were stuck on the highway, my kids are like, "Oh, is that why you always want to keep a blanket and snacks in the car and like a couple of water bottles?" Because I'm like,
Yes.
I gotta time to change out the water bottles. And like, what are you doing? Like, you never know when you are gonna get stuck somewhere, stranded, or have to bug out. You gotta be ready to go or be stuck. I'm like, they weren't ready.
All right, so we've been going for about 2 hours.
Sam hasn't slept in 3 days.
No, it's not 2 days yet.
2
I
days,
slept
almost.
Friday night.
Oh, okay.
I received a response. And the problem is I can't fight this response.
All right, so I technically have like slept. I just haven't. I wouldn't qualify it as sleep, but it was enough to get me through the rest of the day. So we're good. So I'm also probably not gonna sleep until my bedtime tonight, because if I sleep now, I'll just wake up feeling like death threw me into traffic, and I don't want that. So
You're not
go ahead
trying
and yeah. My husband would not let me. If I like woke up feeling like that, he'd be like, "We're staying home." All right, but go ahead, say your goodbyes, any plugs, any outros.
I'm Barrett. Thanks for having me. This was a ton of fun, and see y'all at the next Debba. Cody.
Hello, hi everybody. My name's Cody Keller. I'm a gay creator. Likes to make gay shit. Straight people have had too good for too long. You can follow me social media links down below while I go through rebranding. You can also catch me tomorrow on the Writing Mom Samantha Alnessa channel while we do a Let's Talk with me and Savion, or Let's Write, where we just talk about whatever while we do productivity streams, much like the ones that you've experienced this weekend.
And goodbye, everybody. My name is Shannon. I write under the pen name S.D. Houston, author of YA fantasy series The Clash of Goddesses, and now moving into romantic fantasy. I have a YouTube channel under the same name where you can find writing content about writing and my self-publishing journey. I'm also 1/3 of the trio of the Self-Publishing Tips and Tricks podcast with Morgan Lee and Ben Pegg from Running to Write, and 1/2 of the duo for the first AuthorTube Writing Conference coming to the YouTube community on July 15th through the 17th. So please tell all of your writer friends you don't have to be on YouTube to attend the writing conference. And we have over 40 speakers who are going to be giving great information about writing and publishing.
All right. My name is Morgan Lee. I have a channel named Morgan Lee. I'm streaming tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. For a productivity sprint. What else do I do? Like Shannon said, I am on the Self-Publishing Tips and Tricks podcast with her and Benpick, and I'm presenting for the AuthorTube Writer Conference. I am presenting on writing diverse characters, so look forward to that. Hope to see you there, and thank you for having me.
Oh, I'm next. Okay. My name is Stephanie. I have a YouTube channel. I do lots of vlogs. I also have a series of romance novels out there for you to peruse if you'd like. I think that's it. Nia, you're up.
Hi, and I am Nia, the Vixen of Fiction. I host a Scripting the Book, which we are going to be doing Emma and Clueless at the end of July. If you want to read and watch and join us for that. I also do a writer's wrap-up at the end of every month. And next Saturday, we are doing AuthorTubers React. We always have a good time. Barrett is one of my co-hosts for that. And so many things. I am a writer of sci-fi, fantasy, historical fiction, and I have a pug named Loki. We have a good time, so come check us out.
And I am writing Mom Samantha El Nasset on my channel. I talk about writer things, parent things, and writer parent things. On Mondays, I host live streams where sometimes we're productive and we chat and get along or fight, it's whatever. And other times we talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about, like Let's Talks, which we're doing a Mer-themed movie in July to celebrate the release of All That Glitters to the general public. If you would like to see a sample of my writing, you can read my spooky flash fiction on my website, SamanthaElNasset.com. I did it in the wrong order. We're rolling with it anyway. And if you want to sign up to the newsletter to keep up to date with all things Sam and some things dubba while you're there, you'll also get exclusive early access to my villainous murderous story. And yeah, thank you everybody for participating in the World Wide Wideathon. Thank you, my wonderful co-host, for joining me for this after party. And we'll see you when signups and everything start next time. Bye.
Bye.
Feel with the ocean, follow the sun.